Hello YouTube, it's been a long time. Sorry for my lack of putting up videos. I've been out of country for about the last 7 months and I'm finally back and I'm up for another review. This time it is on the Cold Steel Indian War Club. Now, this is a pretty awesome product. Like I said, I've been out of country for a while, so I just now got to start using it and messing around with it, swinging it around. And I must say, Cold Steel has done a great job with this product. It is absolutely solid, feels the way it should, and is completely just brutal. Now, first things first, we'll start off with the spike. Now, this has a removable spike, as you can see right here. Pretty big spike. It's almost like a 1/2 inch diameter. The exact specs are on Cold Steel, of course, so you can look at those. It's removable, like I just said, which is both a plus and a negative. It just screws out, as you saw me do, and it screws right back. Because of that, makes it kind of loose. So if you're like swinging it around and really just wailing on stuff, it might knock it loose, but it's not too likely. So in most cases, you'd be fine. Also, they placed it perfectly. It's at a downward angle. If you can see this, I'm holding it straight. And that is good because when you're swinging through, you're not going to usually swing like this, you know, like directly at something. You're going to have a circular motion, which, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, of course you're going to have a circular motion. But just for the sake of explanation, I put it in there. Now, this spike does exactly what it's meant to. The Indians would use a napped piece of rock or even an antler bone, and they put it on these clubs. And what that was meant to do was that when you swung, the impact would be put completely on that spike, causing the skull to indent. Now, I promise you, if somebody broke into your house and you swung this at them, anywhere it hits, it's going to cause insane damage. It's going to be absolutely devastating. I can promise that. Now, this is made out of polypropylene, as is a lot of Cold Steel's trainer type products, their bokens, screama sticks, and their canes and walking sticks, except for, of course, like the slim stick, which is carbon fiber. But this thing is solid. If you've seen my review on the Irish Blackthorn walking stick, that's also made of polypropylene, I said it has some flex to it. This has absolutely no flex to it. Even when you hit, you don't feel almost any give. It's designed very well. If you see, it's pretty aerodynamic this way, then gets really wide this way. That's just to make it aerodynamic and strong upon impact, so it doesn't flex back. Also, we'll go into some pros and cons of this thing. Pros, first of all, like I said, it does the job. It is devastating, and if you hit anything with this, it's going to be hurting if it's even alive. This thing will destroy anything you hit. Now, the cons, it is a little bit heavy. I mean, it is a war club, so you'd want it to have weight, because with something short like this, you need it to have a good amount of weight to really hit hard. And this definitely has that. It's just a little bit heavy, so when you're wielding with one hand, keep in mind that your recovery time is going to take a little bit. So if you didn't have something in your other hand, such as a knife, or even just a follow-up short jab, blow, or something like that, somebody could get in there who's a little more skilled or quicker than you and put in a killing blow. So watch out, but it's not like any of us are going to be taking this into war anytime soon. This is just a cool thing for collectors to have, or even somebody who is a fan of Native American weaponry, such as I am. I really enjoy traditional bow hunting and things of that nature. This is just a really cool thing to add to the repertoire. Also, a pro of this thing. This thing is really well balanced. It looks awkward. The bend is pretty extreme, but it flows the way it's supposed to. That tip stays forward no matter which way you swing it, whether it's down, uppercut, sideways. This thing is going to stay point forward, which is exactly the way you need it. So when you hit, they're going to feel it. Also, it's balanced well so that when you do impact, it doesn't torque sideways, unless you had it swinging wrong, but that's kind of hard to do because it just wants to swing the right way. The handle, as you can see, very simple design. Starts off thick at the top, tapers, and then thickens with a slight ball at the bottom. This just gives you something to hold against, because this thing has a lot of weight. Like I said, when you get this thing swinging quick, you feel it. So this just helps prevent from slipping out, which is to be expected. It is polypropylene, so there is a little bit of slickness, if you will. There are some grip issues, so I would recommend to keep it semi authentic, even though it's polypropylene. You could just put, you know, some leather cordage at the bottom, or if you want it to be a lot more modern, you could put hockey tape. Anything that you used for grip would be great on here, because, you know, when your hands get sweaty on a warm day like it is today, it can start to get sweaty and a little slick in your hands. Cold Steel has put their wood grain finish on it, like they have on other things, such as the Blackthorn and things of that nature, and it looks really good. I like it a lot, and the grain actually does add to the grip. If this was smooth polypropylene, this thing would be sliding out your hand with every swing, but it has this nice grain in it, and it gives you something to kind of, you know, give you some friction on there, so it's not torquing out of your hand or sliding around. All in all, I think this is an amazing product, whether you want to use this as a showpiece or for home defense, or even if you wanted to do a traditional style of hunting. You're just going out there and you're using this as you would a blunt tomahawk as a throwing weapon. I guarantee you that if you hit something with this, it is going to be stunned or killed on that first hit. Shouldn't be any problem. Like I said, this thing will definitely get the job done. If somebody broke into my house, would have no problem picking this up, and I guarantee you just showing this off a little bit would be pretty intimidating. It's a pretty gnarly looking weapon, and I can see why the Native Americans used it and really kicked some ass with it. So this is a great product. You can pick it up for really good prices. I got mine off Walmart.com, of all places. They sell very good, they have very good prices, excuse me, on Cold Steel products, SOG, all of those knives, companies, good prices. I recommend it highly, cheap shipping. Also, you can get it off coldsteel.com, which is to be expected. It will be a little pricier, but they really back their products. So if you have the money, I recommend getting it from the company. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. I will feel happy to answer those. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and as always, I will see you next time.